Hello everyone, welcome back. So till this we are done with the login, register and authentication functionalities. So now it's time to implement the main um, user interface and the main thing or the main features of the application of this application. So I'm going to open up the let's pick up the so for the actual dashboard, I'm going to use the Livewire. So I'm going to install that. So to do that, Composer require Livewire slash Livewire, and now let's install that. So for the actual UI, we are going to be using Laravel Livewire to pick up those functionalities. So I'm going to look uh, for the HTML for that. So I'm going to open that up in the Explorer and let's explore the template. So I will go to, if I go to default, we have default.html, and this is how the application will look like. So we are going to implement this HTML into our application. So I'm going to press Ctrl U and graph all the HTML. So Control A and then close that off and go ahead and go to app dot blade.php, that is inside layouts file, and here we are going to integrate that thing. So as you can see here, they have white, that's why it was throwing error whenever we were redirected to the dashboard page. So I'm going to open up another page and paste the copied HTML, and now here I have to use that. So what I'm going to do is some other thing is going to be looks the same, so I will cut this, and here the title will be like dynamic. So we will have the config f name, but before that I'm going to graph the title. So um, so now here we will have the actual thing. So I'm going to remove this part, and let's remove everything from here, from the body, and we will have a clean UI. So now I'm going to import the headers and CSS and HTML files, JavaScript files. So I'm going to the top, and here we have the HTML files. So I will copy these or cut these and come here, and at the top I'm going to paste it, and let's include them from the assets. So I will select all of them and then using Laravel syntax, so assets, and then the same for the end. So going to select those and include it like this. Now we have to do that with the logo icon. We can ignore that for now, and then do the same for this one. Now let's see how does that is going to work. So here to end this off. Now let's do the same for the JS files. So on the body we have this class, we can add this class as well, or we can add both of these classes. So I'm going to grab those things, and I'm going to paste that out there like this. And after that we have this models and stuff like that. So I'm going to let's do one thing, let's import the JS files, and then um, we will include those things from the another file. So let's do this thing first, and then we can come to that. So I'm going to do this and import the JS files like this, and now if I format this, yeah, that looks good so far. Now if we look to the user interface, these things will be the same for the for all of the pages mostly, and the inner content will change. So what I'm going to do is set this content or flash this content and the uh, app.blade.php, and the other content will come from the actual components. So I'm going to come here and check out this for that. So here we have the main loader. If I expand this, as you can see, we have the top navigation. So that is what we have to include right here. So I'm going to paste it. Now we will include this into another file, and then like create another component and include that right here. But for now, let's leave that as if, so that we could see what is going on and where it is going on. So um, we have right chat, as we don't need the chat, so we will be removing this picture as well. We will have another separate fetch for chats, and then right here I'm going to use the slot. This is going to have the variable that will graph everything from the components. And now from here we are good to go. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to remove those things and these as well. And I will these are the models actually, so I think we flashed everything right here, but we will configure that once we come to this section. So what I'm going to do is once that is installed, I'm going to create a home component, and then we are going to extend that component from this app.blade.layouts file. So looking at this file, here we have different options. Load wrapper. I'm going to wrap these things so that we can analyze them better. So let's go to top. These are a lot of HTML files, and we can do one thing, but let's do that later on. So here we have the top navigation. I'm going to wrap this. Then left navigation, I'm going to wrap that as well. Now for the top navigation, let's create a component. So what I'm going to do is should I do that in the current directory or right here? So I'm going to create a file, let's say top dash, or let's create that in the layouts folder. So I'm going to select this. We already have the navigation. I think we can use this one as well, but let's yeah, we can use this one. So I'm going to grab these things into that page. So I will cut this from here. Top navigation is right here. This is the left navigation, so I'm going to cut the top navigation like this, and paste that and replace that with this one. So control A and control V and pasting that, and then I'm going to include that here. So include, and I'm going to do layouts dot navigation, and now I'm going to save that. Now we have the left navigation, so I'm going to create a full file for that as well. So left dash navigation dot layer dot php, and I will paste that right here and then include that here. So I'm going to duplicate that, and this is left navigation, left dash navigation. Now that is that for that. Now these are the main content, so I'm going to wrap these into the actual component, and we will remove this. We have right chat and right chats, so I think I can remove these, but for now let's leave that. Looking at the component, the page, we don't see any chat, but somewhere around here we will have a chat section. We have notification here, we have the another section that is contacts, and these are the settings, and this is the user settings page. So I'm going to remove the chats. So remove the chats, and the main content, I'm going to wrap this into the actual component that I'm going to create right now. So Laravel livewire install. So let's create a first component. So to do that, we can use PHP artisan make livewire component, and then let's call it home. Let's just call it home, and then I will hit enter, and this is going to create a component for me. In the punch time, it's going to ask for giving a style to the repo. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to go to the web.php file and include that from here. So let's remove that, and I'm going to do as I am going to call the home component. So let's import that, and this is class, and this will automatically call the render method. So if I go to this component here, we can see we have the render method, and this is will be automatically called. Now I can extends the layouts app file. So by default, I guess that is layouts app, but we have to pass that, so that will be like clear. I'm going to go to that layouts component that is inside the livewire directory, and here we will paste our content that we have right here. So we have the main content right here, so I am going to cut everything from here, and then use the slot variable. So dollar slot, and I'm going to home and pasting everything. And another thing I am going to do, as we are working on livewire, so we have to use the livewire styles as well as livewire scripts. So first livewire styles, and then livewire scripts. Now the livewire scripts, most sometimes the professional might recommend like to use this at the bottom, but at the top it also works. So now I am going to test this out, and before I do that, let's import the images, or we can leave that as it. And let's start the development server. So PHP artisan server, and this will start the development server, and I'm going to visit that URL, and on the home URL should see the template. Now we have error, that is slot variable is not defined. So let's do one thing. Instead of slot, we can use the yield as well. So yield content, and now if I save both of the files, come here and refresh the page, we got the file, and let's see if the contents are going to load. Yeah, the contents are now loaded. Now we have to work on these parts and configure them one by one. So let's get into it. I will start off with the app.blade.php, and I'm going to app.blade.php, and here we have the navigation. So I'm going to go to the navigation, and here let's format that. We have the main button, that is this one. So let's load up for the icons and stuff like that, and I'm going to replace the index.html with the home URL. So URL, and this is pointing to the root URL, and here I'm going to use the icons. So I'm going to register .blade.php and pick off or copy all the icons and use that right here. So I will paste it. Here we have the zip icon, so I'm going to cut this and come here and use the icon like dollar icons of get icon, and passing the zip inside. Now connect me, this is static, so I'm going to call config app dot name, and then we have some buttons here, video.html, and uh, we have search functionality and stuff like that. So we will have to create pages for that, and then we have some other functionality here. So let's view the existing ones like these two. So I'm going to refresh the page and let's see. We got the content, but we have to use the um, this syntax so that we can see the actual icon, not the code of the icon. So I'm going to use exclamation marks. Come here and refresh the page, and let's see how does that looks like. Yeah, that looks good. Now let's come here and use the icons for the search functionalities. Here we have video default-video.html. I'm going to guess this is somewhere around here. So what I'm going to do is here we have the form and start typing to search. So I'm going to use one icon right here. So I will copy everything from here, and every place where everywhere I see icon, I'm going to replace that. So once one we have here, so I am going to paste it right here, and here we have the message circle. So message dash circle circle, and I am going to do the same for these. So Pedro dash video. So I'm going to come here, paste it, and video, and then come here, paste, and here will go the search. So I will paste it. Now I'm going to remove the Pedro dash and then icon name, and then that's it. Now we have to do the same for this one. So I'm going to paste the icon and search here. Oh, so search, and I will remove this one, and let's see how does that looks like. So I'm going to come here and refresh the page, and let's see if the icons are loaded. Yeah, this one is loaded, but we need how to add margin top with minus. So I am going to do that by, I don't see these things. Maybe these are on the small screen, but we have to add margin to this as well. So everywhere we see this. So I'm going to style and then margin dash top -10 pixel, and I'm going to copy that to every place where I see icon. So I'm going to duplicate that like this and paste it. I can do the same for this one as well, the top one. So let's paste that over there as well. I am going to refresh the page. Yeah, this looks good. Now let's carry on from here. So after this we have icons. We did this one, and I'm going to copy everything from here so that it will be easy for us. So we have home icon. I'm going to place that here, and I'm going to write home. Then let's remove this one. So Pedro home, and then we have zip icon. So I'm going to paste this and then write zip here, zip, and then we have video. So I'm going to paste here, and this is video, and then we have user icon, and I'm going to paste that right here and write user, and then we have shopping bag. So we don't need this feature, so I'm going to remove that, and then I'm going to set the hash as a default URL. We will change this later on once we create routes and files for that, like components or pages for that. Let's remove these icons. We have used the icons for that. So I'm going to refresh the page and see if that affects the UI. The icons are now loaded. Let's come right here. So here we have the notification icon, then the chat. So I will come here, and somewhere, as you can see, we have the notification here. So I'm going to search for the notification. So I'm going to wrap this, and somewhere around here. This is the pay the bill icon. This is the notification, so I'm going to use bill here, and that is going to work for that. Then we have the message square, so let's paste this, and this is a message dash square. Not sure if we have square icon in this package that we have installed. If we don't, I will leave the message and remove the square. Then we have setting, so I'm going to paste this in setting, and then come here and remove this from here. And then we have some settings. Of course we will improve this once we implement the functionality, but now we are just working on the user interface. We have different settings here, and after that we don't have any other icons to implement, so I'm going to paste it, save that, come here and refreshing the page, and let's see how does that looks like. So square doesn't exist. I'm going to go with the message, so I'm going to search for that, and we have message circle though, so I'm going to come here, and instead of message square I'm going to do message circle, and let's refresh the page. So um, setting icon not found, so I'm going to go to setting, and let's say settings, so to see if that is going to be found. Yeah, settings is found. Here we have those icons, and of course this one feather bill, so I'm going to remove that, and let's see. I think we can add a little bit more margin top to this, because and then we don't have that page, so I'm going to, but let's say it looks good so far. So now we have to work on the sidebar menu, so I am going to go to the app.blade.php again and click on the left navigation button, and here we have the new speed, and first I have to import the icons from the from from the application, so I will copy that, come here to the left navigation and paste it like this. Now here I'm going to copy any of the icon that's help as well, so I'm going to copy this, come here to the left navigation, and here we have the icon to implement. So we have feather TV, so I'm going to come here and paste the icon, and then TV. Then I am going to, let's do it this way. Then we have the award, so award. Then we have globe, so I'm going to paste it, and globe. Then we have Zef, and then we have user. I think let's implement all of them, and we will remove the ones that are not required to us. So this is Zef, and this is user, so let's write that as well, user. To remove all of them at once, I'm going to use this feature, but we have some other here as well, mailbox. Let's see the UI. I think I don't need these, but we don't need the settings, but I'm going to grab the paste or move the setting right here, and that will looks good. Or let's remove this feature, and what should I do? I'm going to remove this one, so I'm going to search for that. It doesn't exist here. I think I already removed. So more pages, and then email and things like that. Yeah, so this one I am going to remove this one, so remove this, and account information like this one I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to add the icons for that as well. So I will copy everything from here and apply this to this one as well. And this is settings, and then we have the pie chart. So I'm going to write pie dash chart. Then we have a message square. So we have just message or message circle. So I'm going to use that message circle, and that is it. So now what I'm going to do is remove the uh, icons. It's the icons that are not working. So I'm going to select all of them and remove them, and let's see how does that looks like on the UI. Not this one, this one. So I have refreshed the page, and let's see how does that looks like on the UI. Yeah, looks good so far. So now we can carry on from here and work on the other features. So I guess that is it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one, where we will work on uh, the existing features, like adding routes for these and working on the home functionality, adding the ability to write, add story, create a post, confirm friend request, and see other members stories and posts and settings and stuff like that. Chat as well, we will implement chat using the chatify package and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next one.